What's up, guys? Thanks again for joining me on another video. Hope you've been doing well. In today's episode, we're going to be going over the Midland MXT275. This awesome little radio right here. I do want to let you know that Midland did send this unit out to me for review. They, however, did not tell me to say anything, they did not review the video, and all the opinions expressed are my own. With that being said, let's get into the unboxing and see how we did this install. Nothing too special about the box, and it's a box. Pull this open. So it looks like we get, well, something nobody will ever read, probably. Throw that to the side. Who needs that? Here we have the main radio unit itself. While we're here, let's go over the main reason why I decided to go with the Micromobile MXT275 from Midland. As you can see on the radio itself, there's actually no physical controls. All you have is a USB and the microphone jack, the antenna, and the power cable. The reason why I went with this model specifically is if we get into the radio portion here, all the controls are on the radio here, which means you can mount this in a hidden area. For me, I'm going to probably put it in the glove box. I have a pass-through for this connector. So this connector is going to feed in through my dash behind there somewhere and then to the front of the dash. Then all your controls can be had right here. So you got the power channels up here, volume stuff. I mean, you got all the controls here. Well, that can be hidden. Really like that. Also in the box, we have the little antenna that's included, magnetic mount. It's pretty sweet. And we got the power cable with the inline fuse here too, help protect the system. I will probably be cutting this portion off and hard mounting it. I don't want to use the 12 volt cigarette lighter power source. And then here's a sticky back microphone holder. I have something else already installed on my dash to hold my mic, so won't be utilizing this, but it's nice that they include it, give you everything you need to get out of the box and get in to some good comms. Here we have some hardware, another fuse, and of course the only reason why we ever buy anything, right? Free stickers. So this is kind of the contents here. So there you have it. I mean, that's a pretty quick unboxing. It's nothing too crazy for it. I'm just really excited. Everything feels, even though it's plastic, it's got some heft, feels quality. With a name like Midland, you can't really go wrong. Nice and clicky. Listen to this. God, I love that. Buttons are the same. Real tactile feel. All across the board. I mean, Midland makes great products. It's no secret. Let's hop back out to the car, you guys, and see how we can get this installed. Alright, while we're here at the tabletop, I decided to go over the options I have and what I'm choosing to do here. Before the install, show you some extra pieces I have. So since this is going to be mounted away and hidden and not like on the dash and super accessible, what I've done is, you'll see when we get to the install at the car, but this is going to replace an aux input, an audio input. So basically what I'm going to do is end up plugging this in to the USB. It's always wrong the first time. And then running this through the dash. This will pop up somewhere, that way I get to still use that charging spot, so that'll be super nice. And then to get the actual handheld unit part to work, I will essentially be doing the same thing as I did with this USB cable. Right here, I have a pass-through. So this is just going to plug into the radio here. I'm going to wire this behind the dash, have this come out somewhere nice and easy. So anytime I want to use it, this will be hard mounted somewhere accessible. And then all I have to do is pull out the microphone portion, take the mic, plug it in, and then you can power everything on and work all the controls from here. And then when you're done, just unplug the connector, and then this will be all behind. But then you can just put this in the dash. You can put this inside your glove box with the radio. Just keeps everything, you know, more discreet. Anybody passing by won't see that you have a radio hanging off. So it's just going to be a little bit more safe that way. Keeps everything decluttered. When I'm not using this, do I really need it hanging on the dash and the mount? Not really. So it'll just be a nice place to have, you know, hidden. Alright, as I was getting ready to install this, I realized that although I seem to have everything, got some extra wire in case this harness isn't long enough to reach the battery. Got all my extenders, got some wire loom to protect it. I realized that I have no connectors, wire connectors, butt connectors, whatever you want to call them. So we gotta go to the store real quick and see what they have. Alright, so here we are at the passenger side of the vehicle now. Where I plan on putting it is in the glove box here. Some people may have like a DVD slot that goes in there. I don't have, or a CD I should say, like a CD changer. I don't have that. So what I plan on doing is, here's the little unit. It's gonna sit in here, kind of like that. And then I'm going to route the cables through the side of this housing here and then run it through the dash. And then this is where the mic is going to hang. And then I will be replacing this ride height switch, which no longer does anything since I put a lift on it. I have this little blank plate. The blank plate, here's a part number for anybody who wants it. I'll leave a description in the, or I'll leave a part number in the description also. And then what I'm going to do is I'm essentially going to square out a hole to put this there. So this will sit down here in that blank switch or that blank plate, and then I can plug the radio in when I need it. So let's see how we're going to start doing this. I may or may not try and take this whole housing out. It might just make it easier to place the bracket, because the radio will come out of the mounting bracket, which makes it nice. So I can take the radio out, mount it, put all the connections in, slide that in, and go from there. Let's get to it. So I just got a screwdriver. We're just going to pull these screws out. Screw down here in the middle, and this bottom panel kind of pops off, and there's a screw on the right hand side and a screw right next to the center console dash area here. And then hopefully that should allow for this. Just got a little trim tool. You could also try and use a screwdriver that's maybe taped up so you don't scratch up, but I'm going to try and pop this piece off here because it seems like it's caught behind it just a little bit. Old plastic never is forgiving, so just take your time, try to pop this panel out. It's still hanging up right here a little bit. There we go. So So it's just got a few clips that hold it in, but the piece does sit behind this, so you need to pull this out. Just be careful. Try not to break any of these. It might happen. Old plastic, like I said, gets pretty brittle. Put that off to the side. And then there's just two clips up here that you're just going to want to pull firmly out. And we got a connector here for the light. So it's just got a little push tab in the back you're going to pull out. And then we got more connectors on the side here. It's for the open close switch. And let's see how this one comes out here. To get the bracket in here and mounted with the included screws that they give, you got to drill from the top down, and so that's not really going to work. So I guess my next best option was I was going to maybe get some double-sided like Velcro tape. So I'll put Velcro on the bottom of the bracket, and then I'll just put the other side of the Velcro down here, and then just stick it on, and then drill the hole through the back side, which will come out here. And then once I drill it out of there, I can run the wires however I need to. But as of right now, I'm gonna have to run to the store to get some double-sided tape or Velcro. I think the Velcro is a nice idea. Makes it a little easier to take it out if I ever need to take it out. So let's go ahead and do that. You know what's super fun? Driving to the parts store with your car an absolute mess mid-project. Can't see anything right now, I'm sorry. I'll show you here in a second what I have. So it's in there. I don't know. I mean, it shouldn't move too much. I mean, it's pretty solid. Granted, it's pulling off, but I'm not going to be doing stuff that crazy. So hopefully this is going to work. If not, like I said, if this starts moving around too much, I have that other tape. I'll just pull this stuff off and put that stuff back on. I'm not too worried about it right now. Alright, the next thing I need to do is figure out how big of a hole I need to put into the back of this to run all the wires. So technically this is the biggest thing that needs to, this is technically the biggest thing that I need to pass through, because this is going to plug in. This is for the antenna, so this has to run in behind also. So I need to find and cut a hole at least this big to fit this. Once this is passed through, I should be able to have plenty of room to layer up multiple, wires to fit through that same hole, and that way I can run everything behind the dash and all. So let me get something. We'll drill a hole this big. Alright, so my next step is going to be taking some of this paneling off. On this side here, I'm going to be getting this switch out also. And then probably have to take some of that off just so it's easier to feed through. I will also be removing this aux switch since I can't use an aux cable. Well, don't have the ability to use it with that head unit they put in. And that's what this is actually going to be replacing. Hopefully that snaps in there. We'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and remove some of the trim pieces. Okay, thank God. There's just one simple connector in the back. So not too bad. To make things even easier still, I'm going to go ahead and just remove this whole piece. So this, after you get the two sides off, this you just pull out. It's just held on by some clips. There's a connector and another connector right here. There we go. So then this thing comes out. As you can see, there's just a bunch of clips that hold this whole thing in. This will just give me more options to get into there. You know, there is a screw that's over here under that plastic piece, so don't forget to try and take that out first, or else you can be breaking a lot more pieces. So I'm trying to pull this whole piece out. You start over here by the e-brake. There's one clip right directly behind it. There's a couple clips here. And then you work your way up to the front. Got to unscrew both the knobs. But then this whole piece should slide off. Okay, so there's just one main connector here that plugs in near the e-brake on the underside. So it's right around here, and this whole piece can come off. So on this back side, to get that switch out, which is this guy here, I'm gonna take these couple screws. Actually, I think this will just this may or may not just pop out. Let me pull this connector out here. Okay, pull this connector out. So I think these screws are to take this whole assembly out, and I still need the other button that's connected here. So I think this switch should just pop out. Yep, you push forward, the whole switch comes out. Simple as that. All right, so I have the piece out. I got the switch out. Now I have that blank piece that I was showing you earlier. That blank piece takes that spot. So what I need to do is I need to measure the size of this pass-through. Not this front side, don't make that mistake. Measure the back end just enough to fit through so that these will clip on the front. And then I need to cut this out so that it'll accept it. Okay, so here's where I'm at now. I put the aux switch back in. It's not gonna fit, and I don't know how I'm gonna make it fit. So for now, this aux cable is just gonna be not utilized. So to keep the charging, what I think I'm gonna do is, I thought about using this plate for something else, but I don't know what else. So for now, I guess I'm just gonna put the USB through here like I did this, and that way I got a USB charger right next to that, and I can still keep it. I really would have liked to use that factory aux place since it's not doing anything, but I guess at that same point, this bottom half of this plate isn't doing anything. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the USB here. At least I got the charger. I'm not losing it. And at least this plate's going to look a little bit more evened out. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, after much work, change of plans here. So yep, I got this cut out. So hopefully this will fit in here. I might have to file it on. Oh no, that's a good fit. I like that. Good reassuring snaps. Now I got the USB. And then we're gonna feed through the connector here. Alright, and we're gonna leave this one facing up. Snaps in. I mean, that's good. I wanted this a little bit more hidden, you know, but it is what it is. It'll still be a nice install, I'm hoping. Drop this in. Drop the other cable in. Alright, so then this is gonna snap in here again, like so. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Not my first choice, but pretty happy with it. Alright, so right now I've cut the connector off, and so now I'm cut back some of the insulation. I'm going to splice in some of these connectors that I have. Go ahead and crimp that. Crimp this one. Those are looking good right now. Sweet. Alright, so my goal is I just got a bunch of it kind of unwound right now. Then I'm going to run it through here. I have it kind of running under here. It's going to come back here. What I'm going to ultimately do is I'm going to try and run it so that it comes from over there and then come down. And then I'll reach it from underneath here and find the grommet that goes to the engine bay. And then once I'm out here, there's that little grommet I was talking to you about. So wires already passed through there. I'll come up through here, you know, route it, have it come nice, come up to the battery. It's going to take me a little bit, but that's the ultimate plan. So I'll get back to you once I got that done. Alright, so here's the update. Took way longer than I wanted it to go, but I have given myself what I believe to be enough wire here. I stuck it through this little grommet down there with the hood release. So it's fished through there. I'll hardwire this section up to here first. I also have some wire loom to go over that to help protect it. I got the wire ran from under the dash from the grommet side all the way through to here. So that's the hard part. And so now I think all that's left to do is to splice these two together, and then that'll connect that power to this. I might leave all of this honestly in the glove box with it, so that way I can get to this fuse if I need it. So I think now I'm honestly putting it back together. I don't know how and where I'm gonna run my oh, maybe through here. There's a little gap right here. I might be able to fish it out, set it on the hood. They do recommend mounting it as high as possible. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's get some of this put back together so we know what the heck's going on and what's going where. Alright, so we're here at the engine bay. I got it kind of wired up. Got that cable there on that top nut. Then I tried following some of the factory stuff here. Then it reaches to here. This is where I put my negative, and then up to the firewall. So the engine part is done. Alright, just want to do a quick update. I got the whole center console, you know, back together. I got these routed to that side over there. So now we're just going to start getting the rest of the radio mounted, and then we'll, you know, fire it up, at least get a weather going, you know, the NOAA station, just to see how it sounds and see how it's working. So far it's looking good. That's how the switches came out. So I'm pretty happy with those switches, or not switches, but those ports. It's pretty nice actually, all right there too. Let's keep going on the other side. Here the audio got pretty messed up when I was recording, so I'm just going to do a quick voiceover trying to explain how I am routing the antenna cable through the weather stripping here on the left hand side. I have it passing from the weather stripping to the exterior of the vehicle through the door frame area there. I also come to the outside to show you that it's going through this little gap between the quarter panel and the A-pillar. So it's kind of protected there, not pinched anything. Then it runs up the window track for the windshield, and the antenna mounts right there next to the roof rails. Keeps it kind of out of the way and hidden, and the magnet's super strong. This way it's nice and highly mounted for the best reception possible. Then with the door closed, I'm trying to illustrate, it's hard to see here, but the cable goes right in between there underneath the weather stripping, so it doesn't seem to be getting pinched. Coming back on the inside, I'm explaining that since it's coming through there, it's not getting pinched by the door, and the weather stripping has enough give there that it can wrap around and form around the actual cable there without pinching it. And on the car side, when it comes back into the cab, it does the same thing. The weather stripping will keep it from getting pinched, and so far this is working out for me. I haven't noticed any real rubbing problems or pulling on the cable at all. The reason why I went through this area is because that is the largest section, and to get that cable out, I didn't want to have to drill a hole anywhere to feed that through, so this is the next best option I could think of at the moment. If it becomes an issue, then I'll figure out maybe routing it through the grommet on the other side, but as of now, this is the best bet. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you learned something today. I hope you can take some of those same principles from my install and apply them to your own vehicle. I really like the MXT275 and the versatility of mounting options it allows, since all the controls are had on the microphone itself. If you guys like this video, please let me know in the comment section, leave a like and subscribe, as I'm going to be trying to make more videos in the future. If there's anything specific you'd like to see on this channel, please drop a comment in the comment section and I'll try to get to them. Thanks again, guys. Keep adventuring.